What's up guys, welcome back to yet another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how my client went from this all the way to this in a matter of 2.5 months. Let's talk about a few factors before we go ahead and discuss his diet chart and how he went about this approach. 24 years of age, 156 centimeters in height, and 76 kilo was his starting body weight. In this photo right here, he is 65.5 kilos. So let's talk about how we went about this program, how we started, how everything began. So his BMR was only about 1600 calories per day. Also his lifestyle was quite sedentary, not very active, was not working out at the time, was only doing some basic walking, running, etc. Was not taking any supplements until the very last month. He started taking whey protein, raw whey protein. Pure vegetarian, and never consumed any non-vegetarian, no eggs, nothing in the diet. The first week, what we did was we had 2,250 calories. That's what we started with. And every 2 to 3 weeks, we dropped the calories. Week 1 was 2,250. He was having oats, he was having grapes, he was having walnuts, pumpkin seeds, coffee, he was having soya rolls, he was having broccoli, tomato, onion. He was also having watermelon, muskmelon, chiku, grapes, again, cucumber. He was having tofu, white rice, curd or dal, sambar, spinach, asparagus, cucumber again. So this was his primary diet plan, okay, for week 1 till week 3. So every Sunday cheat meal so that his leptin levels restored so that he can continue burning fat as much as he can. He was also taking multivitamin and omega-3. Those were the only two supplements. You don't have to consider this supplement. I mean, you are supplementing it, so we calling it supplement, but so that he doesn't have any deficiency. He was getting 7.5 hours of sleep during this time. His workout routine was a push-pull leg split with active rest on Sunday, which means he would only be doing some walking, etc. And the walking also was only 20 minutes walk in the morning to get sunlight exposure so that his circadian rhythm was set properly, so that he slept on time and woke up on time without feeling groggy at all. The push-pull leg routine focused more on compound movements and slow, eccentric and form focused. Didn't matter how much he was pushing because his goal was he didn't care about building muscle that much. Even then, this program would work in such a way that you can build muscle. Definitely it will, but it comes down to how much fuel you give to your body in terms of nutrition. The workout ended with a 10-minute walk. So the reason why we're doing walk over here is because cardiovascular purposes. He was burning only about 50 calories during this walk. It was extremely slow. This is a cool down walk. We were saving the intense cardio for later on during the program so that we can make the most out of it. Coming to week 3, what we did was we added in apple cider vinegar with warm lemon water in the morning. He had meal timings introduced, so when you should have the first meal and the last meal, the difference between that time, that kept getting shorter and shorter as we progressed. So that was the focus of the next 2 to 3 weeks. And we also combined any sort of carbohydrate, simple, complex, we combine that with some fiber so that the blood glucose delivery happened steadily and slowly, so it didn't spike so hard, causing an insulin resistance. So we maintained the sensitivity. That was the focus for the next few weeks. During this time, he faced, I would say, hunger issues for about 1 week, and then we pushed through that. We added in some cucumbers. Eventually, after the week, he became used to it. His metabolism followed through. He was able to handle it well, and all the hunger got suppressed. We increased fiber as well. He felt great eating later during the day around 10:30, 11, and eating a little bit earlier than he normally would from 9:30, 10 p.m. to 8 p.m. So this was just a small tweak in the nutrient timing, the first and the last meal, and obviously in the middle also. But basically what we did was we never let him starve, we never let him be super full. He was always satisfied throughout the day, I would say. This was the focus that we did for the next few weeks, and in this time he also saw a significant amount of fat loss compared to the first few weeks. where we were adjusting into the diet, and so that we were trying to make it more sustainable for him. So from week 6 to week 8 to 9, what we did was we switched the food. So we went from eating white rice to having brown rice. We also switched the bread. He started consuming peanut butter bread, and the bread was wheat bread. Reduced the fruit quantity, because all this while we were having quite a bit of fruit. And this is also the point where we switched from having honey and normal table sugar that he preferred having. We switched that to sugar free to save up on the calories. The sucralose also has a little bit of effect on your insulin, but not as much as table sugar. During this time, we also increased his cardio, because just by a bit, not too much, because he was saving it for the last 3 weeks. So he was doing a 25-minute walk in the morning for his circadian rhythm reset, so that he gets sunlight exposure to the eye, and also was doing cardio after his workout. He was doing it for 20 minutes inclined walk, where he was burning about 150 calories. During this time, he also had low-fat paneer. He had tofu, sometimes alternated between the both. He was also having wheat pasta with soya instead of soya roll. We switched to wheat pasta, and because he wanted to satisfy his taste buds, so we gave him that. It really helped this one, because he was getting practically bored of the diet, and he was getting extremely he was losing motivation to follow the diet. So switching the foods up is always a great idea when you lose motivation, when your body doesn't respond that well. Throughout this course of time, he was also having high calorie, high carb cheat meals on Sunday, where he would not be in a deficit. He would be maintenance, not above maintenance, but he would be at maintenance. Exactly, this would be calculated very precisely. The results were steady. It didn't, the weight wasn't dropping as fast as before, but it was steady, and that was the goal that we wanted throughout these next few weeks. So we started at 2,250 calories in the beginning. At this point, he was having about 2,000 calories 6 week in. We just reduced 100 like that, and we also increased cardio also slightly, so that we're continuously gradually dropping the calories. We're increasing the deficit on a gradual continuous basis, so that weight loss doesn't stall. So the final few weeks, what we did was we reduced the calories to 1,900. He was also fasting for 14 hours, so to increase insulin sensitivity. And he was having black coffee during this fast, but other than that, there was no food intake, there was no caloric intake. Black coffee with no sugar as well. He preferred not having sugar free also, so he would just have black coffee, and he was used to it. He liked the taste, so that really helped us in this case. In the morning when he woke up, he would have apple cider vinegar along with warm lemon water. That was the only other thing that we did. All carbohydrate quantities dropped in order to get that 100 difference. By small amounts, all food dropped. By doing this, he didn't even feel as though he's making any big change, because we always reduce very insignificant amount from all food sources, so that you don't feel like anything is going out. It feels natural, it feels normal that you're having the same amount of food. Psychologically, this really helps. And this is what we did. We increased his cardio, as well towards the ending. This is the last few weeks. He was focusing a lot more on cardio. He was continuing his push-pull leg program, but at the same time, he was doing 30 minutes of cardio in the ending every single day. And he was doing a lot more of a conditioning type of cardio. I'll put a clip over here where you can see what he's doing. He was doing a conditioning type of cardio. We didn't want to go anywhere below 1900 calories, because we wanted to keep him full, happy, and preserve whatever muscle mass that he was creating during the time. We didn't want to lose that, and our protein intake was already not as high as it could have been, so we wanted to make the most out of it. Some urges during this time, hunger issues, some urge to eat some sugary stuff. So during this time, he also started to have Mary Light biscuit along with his coffee, 4 to 5 biscuits alone, and we removed peanut butter slice so that we can get this in, and it continued to help us, like not in terms of sensitivity, but the weight still went down because of his activity level. His activity was high, so it didn't make that much of a difference in the diet. During this time, his weight was 67 kilo, and we dropped that down in the last 2 to 3 weeks to 65.5 kilograms, and we ended the plan. As you can see, he went all the way from this to this, which is a awesome transformation. He was having gut issues, he was having digestion problems, he was having skin problems, he was having hair problems, he was having many things which we all reversed from the help of diet and exercise. No problems whatsoever right now, and he's feeling healthier than ever. He is right now on maintenance. He's happy more than anything. He's very happy. His gut issues have gone. His ability to do certain things has become very high. For example, you can see this video where he's hanging upside down, which he thought he would never be able to do at a certain point. And this whole transformation has not only been wonderful for him, but also for me to experience and me to be able to give him that was truly amazing for me, this whole experience working with him. Here are the key takeaways that you can use to gain such a tremendous transformation in the shortest amount of time. You can focus on your insulin sensitivity. You can focus on reducing calories gradually. You should also focus on keeping the calories as high as you can, with regards to your BMI and your activity level, so that you preserve your muscle mass and you don't you don't lose weight very fast and then stall. It should be a long process so that you can lose more weight or fat. So keep that in mind. You should be saving cardio for the very end. You should not start out with intense cardio. Like I said, what we were doing was just a 5 to 10 minute walk in the beginning, where he was burning hardly 50 calories, and that was not even counted. That was just for his cardiovascular health, because he was having all these issues. So we were just getting him to a better state where he can work out better, feel better about himself, have more endorphin release, and get prepared for resistance training, because you need some sort of cardiovascular support to push that amount of weight and to push really to be able to make any difference while you resistance train. It does make a big difference by having cardiovascular strength, and your heart is very important. So we were just taking care of that. And also, a mistake that he was doing before was he was eating way too less. Like, he was eating at his BMR. So don't make that mistake by eating at your BMR. You need to calculate what your maintenance is. Your maintenance is not your BMR. I know you guys are going to the BMR calculator, calculating your BMR and eating that much. That is your BMR. That is how much. That so many other things are going to be there that affect your your maintenance number, probably much further than your BMR, especially if you work out intensely, if you move around a lot, if you eat a lot, also your digestion rate. So maintenance has to be calculated based on your activity level primarily. After that, how much experience you have, how much muscle mass you're packing, how your current diet is, how much you move around in the house, if you have a very extremely sedentary lifestyle, if you don't, what your occupation is. All of these things will play a major role in determining your maintenance calories. And if you have trouble finding out your maintenance calories, or even just losing fat, if you're getting stuck, or you want to build muscle, whatever your goal may be, you can hit me up. I can definitely help you get your dream physique. So that's it for now. I hope this transformation inspired you to create change in your own life and to start eating healthier, to start exercising, to feel better, not only for your physical appearance, but also for the way you feel and the way you function. That was the primary goal for us, and that's what we achieved. So I hope this inspired you to do the same thing. And I will leave the link to my website below, where you can check out, where you can register for my program and join the course, and where we will do the same thing what we did for my client. I can't wait to see you guys on the site. Let's achieve your dream physique together. Until then, take care. See you guys. Peace.